Hey y'all, I'm Daniel and this is Deacon Outdoors. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Got a new one for you tonight. Got this in this week. This is the newest addition to the family. It is the donor rifle that I'm going to start with for my build series. Disclaimer on this is it's not a 7mm 08 donor. I got this off Academy's website. They had a clearance sale on this rifle, and it is a 6.5 Creedmoor. The amount of money I saved buying this 6.5, I couldn't pass it up, because what I paid for the complete rifle you see here is not much more than what I was going to pay for a 110 Action without the pick rail. So this gun is straight out of the box, hasn't been shot. I just got it in the day before yesterday. The box is sitting behind me. The only thing I did was I threw my bipod on here real quick so I could make this video and talk about it a little bit, but this is straight out of the box how I got it. So this is a Savage 110 tactical. It come with, like I said, the 20 MOA rail. It's got the oversized bolt handle, which is something I was going to do anyway. And it comes with the AccuTrigger, which the majority of Savage comes with those now anyway, so that's not a big deal. This rifle comes set up with the Magpul AICS style magazines, and it does come with a 10 rounder in the box. And it is a 24-inch heavy tapered barrel, which I'm pretty sure it's the exact same barrels on my Axis. I bought that barrel off a gun broker whenever I built that gun on the Axis Action, and pretty confident it's the exact same barrel as this one. Threaded muzzle, and the stock that is actually on this rifle is for a factory Tupperware stock. This one's pretty decent. It's the fore end on it's wider, so it's got a wider footprint. It's a little more stable on the bipod as far as the rigidity and it's just surprisingly rigid for a factory plastic stock. I'm actually pretty happy with the way it actually feels. It is the AccuFit stock, and I've never had a Savage come with the AccuFit, but it comes with a sack full of pieces to adjust the length of pull and the cheek riser. This stack right here, there's probably about 2 inches worth of shims for the length of pull, and then there is 5 total different cheek risers that go on here, and it's pretty easy to change them out. Pop the 2 screws out of the recoil pad and you can change your shims, and then the cheek riser just slides back about 1/4 of an inch and comes straight up out. So that all locks in real nice and tight. And I went ahead and threw the tallest one on here because I know I'll need it. So I went ahead and did that. But other than that, this is exactly the way it come out of the box. So I'm pretty happy with it, other than it's not the 7mm 08 that I wanted to start with. So I could compare the build from start to finish on a 7mm 08 to the Criterion barrel. Now, if I can come up with a 7mm 08 barrel, I may go ahead and change it out just so I can do apples to apples. I could probably come up with a pencil barrel takeoff from somewhere pretty cheap. I might do that. Haven't thought that far ahead. I just was so excited at the price point that I thought, well, I'm just going to do it. So here we are with another 6.5. So I'm going to throw the Athlon on here and go ahead and load develop this one with the Axis. And I'm going to try to start working on some of that Sunday. I'm going to get some rounds loaded up this weekend and try to get up the range Sunday and hopefully get some footage also of that so I can go over another reloading video. But speaking of reloading, I talked a lot about the Hornady bullets, and Hornady is about the only thing I've loaded over the years, no matter the caliber. But I was in Bass Pro the other day and I was looking around through their reloading supplies, and I read a lot about these and looked at them before, but I never have picked up any to do. But I went ahead and found a box of Nosler. These are the RDF boat tail hollow points in 140 grain. And as you can, I don't know if you can see it on there, but the RDF is reduced drag factor. So these are a higher BC bullet, kind of like the ELDMs that Hornady makes. The G1 on the Hornadys is 646. These Noslers is 658. So the G1 rating is not a whole lot different between the two. So I'm kind of anxious to see if there's a whole lot of difference in the performance of each one. Besides Nosler's boat tail hollow point, the ELDM is a polymer tip boat tail. The only difference is physically, other than the obvious two that I just talked about, is the boat tail on the Nosler, which is this one. The boat tail is a little bit longer and maybe a little more aggressive angle than the ELD. And then you got the very fine hollow point on the Nosler versus the polymer tip ELDM right there. So I'm kind of anxious to see if there's a whole lot of difference in these two, the way they perform whenever I do start loading. I'm going to load up and load develop both bullets at the same time, and then go from there. But that's going to be new as well, along with everything else. So the only thing that like I said, that I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the Athlon on here, and then that's all I'm going to do to this gun for now, until I get it load developed. If I do come across a 7mm 08 barrel, I'll probably change it over just so I can start like I said I was going to. But for the deal I got, I couldn't pass up 6.5, guys. Nobody else would have. So in order to do my series, I'm going to have to look for a barrel, but I can do that. That's not a problem. Something else I was going to talk about real quick is I've got some swag, if you will. I had a few hats made up for my channel. This is a Richardson 112, and I had the leather patch because that is the thing now, is a lot of people's going to more of the leather patches than regular embroidery. So I like the way they turned out. I love Richardson hats. I've got a ton of them, and my wife will tell you that I've got way too many, and I've got tons of them in other places, not even in the closet. But anybody that knows about hats knows Richardson's about the best on the market. And there's tons of people that wear them, but I say that with the intent of giving one away, which I've got here. And what I was going to originally do was I was going to give this away to my 100th subscriber, but I didn't get it announced in time, and I didn't get the hats in time to do that because my channel, thankfully, jumped several subscribers faster than I expected, and I got past the 100 mark and didn't do it. So with that being said, what I plan on doing is I'm going to do some kind of trivia question of some sort that has to do with shooting in general. Now, it could be rifles, it could be shotgun, it could be pistol, it could be bow and arrow. Not sure yet, but I'm going to come up with something. I'm going to give one of these hats away to one of you guys. Just a little appreciation for all you guys following me. As this thing continues to unfold, I mean, it's already gotten a little bit bigger than what I initially expected. And I'm having a blast doing it. And as soon as I can get some more range time in, I know you guys would much rather watch me shoot or watch some shooting of any kind other than just watching me sit here and talk. So hopefully I can get some good footage this Sunday for you and kind of go over the load development part with reloading and see how this thing is right out of the box brand new, and go from there. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. I just wanted to jump on and introduce you to the newest member of the family and talk about a few things and let you know what to expect. So I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll catch you on the next one.